Don't you hate it when sometimes when you're out and about, you could be anywhere, and you put on the spot, and your brain just goes blank, and it's like there's got to be at least one story. Like, come on, surely there's there is actually tons of them. There's tons of stories, and right now I can't bloody think of one. On Saturday was our good friend Blackie's funeral, and during the service, the celebrant, Jacqueline Smith, um, she was actually amazing. Uh, a very rare kind of moment happened where she got a separate microphone and offered to anyone that was there at the service that if they had any stories of Blackie, to feel free, come up and mention a story. And then it was like, what the hell? Wow, that's actually a really beautiful thing to do. A great, an offer for anyone that to feel free to come up. And my bloody brain just went to a word that I probably won't say publicly right here. But anyway, a few people, a couple of people, friends got up and mentioned a couple of cool stories, and that'd be right. It's not till the next day later on you think of that particular story. I'm also holding here. Yeah, you can see that. Might be a bit blurry. I'm not sure. But yeah, we're going to miss you, Blackie. I did have a story which came to mind, which was on the same morning as the when legendary Lemmy had passed away. My understanding was after the original Cherry Bar had finished, they were one of many venues doing a live screening of Lemmy's funeral. I had planned for days, weeks, I can't remember. I was heading down in the city and I was going to the Cherry Bar to catch all this. I wanted to be part of this. I left my place at, I think it was 3 a.m. Yeah, I was out, whatever, and all the rest of it. And then left my place at 3 a.m. to go to the city, to go to the Cherry Bar. And this was all happening. I get to the city. I can't remember offhand where I parked, but it was a good couple of block walk. I get to the Cherry Bar and then get told, nah, there's no live screening happening here till 8 a.m. or so. I was like, what the okay. I'm not sure, but all right, so I got to... the Cherry Bar was actually closing. And, all right, I'm going to have to either go to another extra late gig or roam around the city or whatever. I left the Cherry Bar, wandered around the streets, chaos and homeless people and all the rest of it. And then I thought, I'm just going to go back to my car. Anyway, I think we're maybe 4 minutes into this story and I haven't even touched on the... anyway, I had to do a bit of a... back up a bit just to... Yeah. I eventually went back to the car and had to wait another hour or two or whatever it was. I go back to the car, just playing some tunes, all the rest of it. I thought I'd maybe see if I can sleep for an hour or whatever, but no, there was no point in trying to do that. I was kicking back in the car, and then way out in the distance, I see this guy walk around this corner, and he's walking up this street, and then sort of corner my eye out, I'm looking out, it's like, oh, wow, that guy over there looks a bit like Blackie. And then went back to the tunes, looked out again, and this guy kept walking up. And it's like, holy shit, like, that looks like Blackie out in the distance. And then this guy come up even more, and then, whoa, that is Blackie. So, turned the tune down a bit, and I opened the door and just yelled out, "Hey, Blackie!" And then Blackie turns around, sees me. "Hey, Robbie, what are you doing?" It's like, "Oh, I was wondering, what are you doing?" um, so Blackie comes over. It's like, "Yeah, look, I stuffed up with the cherry bar. I thought it was, this thing was happening just after 4 a.m. or whatever, and then I've just stuffed up." And Blackie had kind of stuffed up as well. And then, so we were just hanging around the city for fucking ages. And then eventually went back to the cherry bar, and eventually it opened for the public, for bit by bit, for the screening audience, the crowd, or the public to come in. And then that all happened. The screening happened, and we drank Jack Daniels till 2, 3 in the afternoon or whatever it was. Actually, if you look on my Facebook page, scroll down a little bit. There's a few. There's a little handful of photos. Randall and Linda and Poodle and Blackie, myself. But fantastic day, fantastic morning. I'm surprised I actually remember most of it, because when we were going to the bar, we were buying the $5 Lemmys, and I kept on just buying 2 or 3 in one go, and just slamming them down. So from that 8, 9 or 9 a.m. or I can't remember now, till that 2 or 3 or whatever in the afternoon, just Blackie would go and get a few, and then I'd get a few extra, and then Linda, and then it was just constant over and over and over. The next minute we were getting kicked out of the cherry bar. It was a beautiful sunny day, and ended up going back to the car. Anyway, gonna miss you, Blackie. Cheers, brother.